Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Pick him up, come on. Come on.
MacDill's Joint Communications Support Element partnered with the British Army's 258th Signal Squadron for a 2-day land and sea training exercise. Exercise Cobb Ring 2015 consisted of physical and mental challenges designed to improve interoperability in a combat zone.
I'd like people to understand how to work with different nations so that in the future, if they deploy out with Americans or with other organisations, they really get stuck in and don't keep separate, because I think actually integration really helps and we can get a lot more done like that.
JCSE and the British divided themselves into 3 teams and raced to complete a log carry, casualty transport, and Zodiac navigation. In addition, leadership gave up control to further challenge some of their junior members.
Since I got put in charge, there's a bit more responsibility put towards me, so I had to kind of step up and take the play leadership-wise, where usually I'd be one of the guys that was getting told what to do. So.
While both units learned to integrate with a new team, the British had a unique challenge.
I mean, we've done things like this in the UK, similar physical exertion, but we never get to go on boats like that. We don't generally go in the sea.
A challenge that was easily thwarted with a little help from JCSE.
Working with the Americans, you know, everyone was super helpful, helping us use the correct techniques on the boats and things like that, and you know, all the different equipment, giving us a really good hand with it. So we've really enjoyed ourselves today.
Both units hit the obstacle course on their second day of training, where skill, technique, and endurance proved to be key. Although individual competition was fierce, the goal remained the same.
Come here, brother.
It's a great opportunity to get to meet some of the British, our coalition partners, and learn how they do business. We work with the UK quite often in all major military operations. So the better we can synchronize and interoperate together, the better we're going to be on the battlefield.
Training concluded on the firing range as JCSE and the 258th Signal Squadron solidified their bond. They plan to do it all again next year and continue to improve upon their interoperability. Airman First Class Brad Tipton, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida. Marksmanship coach Dionysius Nicholas understands how difficult things can be living with a lifelong injury. Nicholas is a retired Marine Master Sergeant, Warrior Games gold medalist, and now he's giving back to the program that is pivotal in his own recovery from spinal injury. Giving back by passing on his skills to help others excel at the Warrior Games and find peace.
That's why I'm here, to teach, to educate, to mentor, to help, to make friends.
Nicholas sees the teamwork and partnership in adaptive sports as paramount to a healthy physical and mental attitude.
What this does is it says, hey, you're okay, you're not alone, and we're going to walk this road together, and we're going to finish that goal, to get better, to heal, and to transition to a better life.
A better life that he hopes to share with all of his brothers and sisters in arms. Airman First Class Brad Tipton, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida.
I am Airman First Class Nathaniel Miller. I am an E&E specialist, electrical and environmental. I work on the electrical systems of the aircraft and the environmental, which includes the air conditioning and pressurization. I wanted to join the Air Force for pride of my country and to support the mission of freedom. You gotta try not to let that thing fall in the oil because it's nasty. And then once it's about done, you're gonna look in there to see if you see any signs of water or anything. I came in open electrical and I had no idea what E&E was when I got the assignment, but definitely glad I did. Enjoy it very much. I guess my biggest challenge would be being the new guy in the shop and having to live up to the expectations of all the career Air Force guys in there. At the end of the day, when it's time to go home, it definitely feels good knowing that I helped support the mission and put the jets in the air.
My name is Technical Sergeant Peter Little. My career field is air transportation. We're not the ones flying the plane, but we're out on the flight line loading them. We have a really big sense of mission. cargo could be anything from maintainers' tools to MREs. We ensure that the plane is safely loaded so that AMC can put that payload anywhere on the globe. I'm confident because of the expertise of the people who served before me and the training that they provided me. We're always learning new things, new ways to do things, and always improving. We as an Air Force continue to learn and strive to do things better, quicker, more efficiently.
Welcome to the MacDill Minute. I'm Airman First Class Brad Tipton.
And I'm Senior Airman Courtney Graffis.
In case you missed it, here's a quick look at what's been going on around MacDill.
This past month, we had the chance to meet up with First Lieutenant Connor Dietz and learn about his passion for football.
Being around the game, it's just kind of who I am. It's in my blood. You know, you might ask people, it's crazy going out there and working out 3-4 hours a day in this heat and doing this, and all year round, you got to make a lot of sacrifices to do that and put yourself in positions like this. But you know, when you're out there on the field, there's no other feeling like it in the world.
Speaking of football, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers invited a few service members from around MacDill to help announce draft picks on national television.
Just want to thank all the men and ladies, all the servicemen at MacDill for what they do day in and day out to protect our country and to give us a place to call home.
Coming up this month, we have the Command Cyber Readiness Inspection.
The purpose of it is to ensure that we are maintaining our networks up to code and to ensure that the vulnerabilities that we have on our network is as minimal as possible.
Make sure to always restart your computer for security patches and software updates. This keeps the network safe and ensures your computer is in tip-top shape.
That's all the time we have for you in this edition of the MacDill Minute. Have a great month and make sure to like us on Facebook. When lives hang in the balance, following precise instructions is critical. That's why these explosive ordnance disposal airmen at MacDill Air Force Base are updating the technical order on how to defuse bombs from a distance.
The tape and line technique is a technique we use as EOD techs to extract fuses from bombs remotely. It's a simple technique using just that tape and line. The tape will be wrapped around the fuse. Tugging on the ropes will enable us to extract the fuse safely from a distance.
These EOD technicians, with the help of a base photographer, are creating high-quality photo illustrations from which they feel that students in training will benefit greatly.
I feel it'll definitely make it easier to understand the pub, and seeing a step-by-step picture demonstration will definitely enable them to learn faster and know the procedure more effectively.
Which in turn will allow future EOD technicians time to learn even more. Airman First Class Brad Tipton, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida. Russell Gackenbach can tell you a lot about August 6th, 1945. He'll tell you a tale of secrecy where
what you see here, when you leave here, let it stay here.
He knows more about that mission than just about anyone. That's because he was there and took the photo of the first atomic bomb detonated in war.
The bomb exploded on time right in front of us. In the meantime, the Enola Gay and the accompanying plane, the Great Artiste, made a diving turn to the right to get as far away from the effect of the bomb as they could.
Lieutenant Gackenbach was a navigator on the Necessary Evil, one of 3 B-29 bombers, including the Enola Gay, in the skies over Japan that day, a sight that he says gave hope to at least one man on the ground.
I met a man who survived the attack. He was captured and he survived the death march. He went to Japan, became a slave laborer in a steel mill. This man said he recognized my plane up there. So he survived, and today he's still alive. And he was very glad that we did what we did because it saved his life.
70 years after that mission, the last surviving crew member, Russell Gackenbach, shares his memories from August 6th, 1945.
We ushered in the atomic age in which we now live. Thank you.
Airman First Class Brad Tipton, MacDill Air Force Base, Florida.
You've been waiting for an air show. So have we.